Don't know, you know. I'm a lady on the first lady of reggae dancehall, and me I bring to you and you and you. What me say? Jamaica from the outside. And Jamaica from the outside. And I'm me proud to be a Jamaican. But me say all of we barriers, them are broke down. All of we barriers, them are broke down. We are one united Jamaican. It again, it a spice up the soul.
Hello, family. Welcome to A Taste of the Jamaican Diaspora in Florida. This video takes you on a vibrant journey through the lively events and cultural celebrations that unite Jamaicans living in Florida. We also have the pleasure of introducing Andrea Jackson, a retired teacher who now graces the airwaves as a beloved radio host. Hi, Andrea. How are you today?
I am doing fine, Miss Marcia.
Good. Andrea, for purposes of the viewers, can you tell us a little about who Andrea is?
Well, Andrea Jackson was born on the beautiful island of Jamaica. I am from the parish of St. James, lived in Montego Bay, born on Hart Street, if you know downtown Montego Bay. But then we moved to Mount Salem. So we lived in the Mount Salem area, to be specific, Peddler's Lane. I'm a Peddler's Lane girl.
Okay.
We have a lot of nice girls that come out of Peddler's Lane.
Of course.
But I also went to Calvary Baptist Church growing up. And then when my mom migrated 2 years before I did, I attended the Mount Salem Open Bible Church. So I got a lot of love from both churches, the Calvary Baptist Church and the Mount Salem Open Bible Church. And I had a good time, but I still remember my fond memories of going on the train, going to visit my grandfather, getting off right there at Balaclava Station. But I always had to have my money in order for me to go on the train. And not the train, but to get my shrimp. The shrimp lady was always on the train, so I enjoy that. But that time that I spent with my grandfather, and he was the only grandparent I knew. Never knew a grandmother, just my grandfather. But he was a praying grandfather, because I remember the nights. We always had devotional time. So we would stay up late at night. Maybe it's because I was young, but it just seemed like it was a long prayer. He prayed and I would sleep and wake up, he would still be praying. But I knew that in the end, that I was going to get my supper. I was going to get that nice bread and the sugar and water before I go to bed.
Yes.
So I enjoy that.
Okay. Awesome. What prompted you to migrate, Andrew?
Well, my mom migrated in 1967. She migrated here and she worked along, she was a housekeeper for the Silverman family. And she worked with them for at least 6 or 7 years she worked with them in order for them to sponsor my dad, her niece, and myself to Jamaica. But I didn't tell you about my school days. My school days in Jamaica, I went to Cornaldy Primary School, and I left from the 6th grade Cornaldy Primary, and then I migrated to Brooklyn, New York, and that's where I started PS 139, IS 246, Erasmus Hall High School. Then I went to Medgar Evers College and went on later on to University of Massachusetts for my master's.
Lovely. And after obtaining that master, you went into teaching.
Right. So I taught in all 31 years. Taught 6 years in New York and 25 years here in Orlando, Florida. I taught pre-K and kindergarten, but I was also a resource teacher. So I was out of the classroom for at least 7 years. 7 years I was doing between the parent resource teacher and teaching pre-K and kindergarten.
Okay. And I'm sure you enjoyed those years.
Those years I had to even, because of those years in kindergarten and pre-K, I had to even I put a book together. The title of the book is I Too Built America. And what it did, the children did a Black History program every February in my classroom.
So you did that with your pre-K
students and my kindergarten student.
Wow. I Too Built America by Andrea Jackson. illustrated by Michaela Garber, and that's your granddaughter.
Yes, I'm proud of my granddaughter. I enjoy even working with her, and I have a grandson as well, and his name is Julian Garber. So I enjoy my 2 grandchildren.
Awesome. Tell us a little about that book.
The main idea for the purpose for this book is also for other teachers. Pre-K, kindergarten teachers can pick this book up and utilize it in the classroom. Not only just utilize it for February, but use it during the year as well. But what I find is not only the teachers can utilize, but parents can utilize this book. Many times you have a Thanksgiving or family reunion when others come over, you can showcase your children doing many of the parts that are in the book. So
yes.
The main purpose of the book is not only to familiar yourself as far as with Black history, but let your children showcase themselves. I've always been, when it comes to my students, they would be the MC of the program, they would do the parts, they would do the closing remarks. Wow. I enjoy my children performing. I just love to perform, and I don't know, because I love to do it, I got them engaged as far as doing programs monthly in the public school system.
So Andrea, I want to talk a little about your transition to radio. Tell us about your affiliation with the radio, what you do, what made you do it. Tell us.
Well, first of all, before I retired early. I retired at 56. But before I retired, I was always involved with Lady D. She would have me on as an ongoing guest with her on the radio program. It's called Young People's Forum. She has it every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. And Lady D has been doing that for years now, because I remember my children were involved as far as the Young People's program. She allowed them to talk and tell about what they're doing and different topics that she would bring up with them. So I'm so proud of that she has done that with my children. And she also invite, there's no cost or anything like that. She invite all those children to come in over the years. There was a time that they would come in on to the studio, and then after a while during COVID, they would do it on Zoom. And right now we're still doing it on Zoom. So I'm so happy that she does this program. But when I retired, she asked me to come on, and I didn't really want to do it.
As a co-host?
No, she allowed me to do my own program.
Oh.
Yes, so I was doing a 15 minutes program. So I did that the first year, 15 minutes, and I got 1 or 2 advertisers. And then I started, and 10 years later, this is going into my 10th year on the radio.
Wow.
I just celebrated my 9 years on the radio. And the Lord just would maneuver me that way. I didn't know that that's what He would allow me to do. Because over the years in the public school, I was always in charge of getting donations and refreshments and everything. And who would know that some of the folks, those different companies and business would also help me with this show. Wow. And they have Texas Roadhouse, Caribbean Sunshine Bakery, so many of them at McDonald's. They've helped me as far as, and if they do not have the monetary donation, sometimes they'll give me prizes that I can utilize on the program as well. So, and not only that, the program, it's called STAR, Straight Talk with Amazing Reality. And because of the program, it has allowed me also to be a help to the Open Bible Church in Mount Salem, the Mount Salem Open Bible Church. And that's what I've been able to engage the audience into donating, sponsoring, and helping me to support that 1 week vacation Bible school in Jamaica.
So through STAR, you built a connection with the Bible school in Jamaica.
But I was always going to the Bible school. But then one of the days, my friend Pansy, she said, Andrea, come. And I said, okay. So I went in and got bitten, and then I realized what she was doing as far as with that, the donation she has brought in. And then I started to do it. So I would bring in suitcases of stuff to Jamaica. Then after a while, I was moved up to barrels of stuff as far as for the vacation Bible school in Jamaica.
Yes.
And now not only there's a school in Westmoreland that we help out, the one that's in Canterbury we help out, and the main one is the Open Bible Church in Mount Salem.
Wow. That's awesome. That's really awesome.
And you know, I just want to say thanks again, Marcia, for allowing me to even share this information on your program.
Absolutely. You're more than welcome, Andrea. You're more than welcome. But I don't know if I'd ask you, what is it that you talk about on your radio program?
Well, one of my main topics now, what I feel is showcasing individuals by showcasing their books. So with so many authors have been on. But what I find that makes a difference is those who volunteer and the different programs that they volunteer in.
Yes.
And that's what I like to showcase, to let the parents know and whoever that's listening that you do not have to just find yourself just from work to home, but you can get yourself involved into different activities, different programs. And to me, especially, I think of the Jamaican American Association as far as their involvement in scholarship. I think of Eva Peter, Caribbean Sunshine Bakery, how he comes on he does so much for the community. He helps out as far as with scholarship pageant. He helps out. When I was in the classroom, he was demonstrating how to make beef patties. He did so much and because of that, he was an outstanding partner. I think of Three Mass, Timothy Bushman, #1. He helped as far as so many things. And because of that, they have been on my program. If someone is making a difference, I believe that we all can make a difference. We all have a purpose.
Yes.
And if you can showcase what others are doing, you'll think, you know what, I can do that too. Or I have that talent and gift that the Lord has blessed me with. So I can do that too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I detect a very strong passion, Andrea, for you, for helping these children in Jamaica through the Bible School project.
It makes a difference.
What drives your passion?
Because I look at, if I'm doing it here in the United States, I was doing Vacation Bible School at the Worship Center. I'm a member of the Worship Center. But not only should I be able to do it here in the United States, but I should go home. I remember as a child growing up in Jamaica, when we had all these folks coming from different churches to up with people. I remember that song. They would come to Jamaica, they would give us gifts and toys and stuff. Yes. And I said, if they can give back, why can't I go and give back as well?
That's right.
And because of that, I don't mind going to Jamaica. During COVID time, I still went to Jamaica. But you know what? You have, as the song says, the scripture says, I will make you fishers of men. And I'm going to fish, but you have to use the right bait in order to fish.
Yes.
Because you know that the children are going to want toys, they want gifts, they want food. And especially, one of the things that over the years, I remember Lady D mentioned to me, Andrew, why not give them Kentucky Fried Chicken? And so every year, as far as Vacation Bible School, we've been giving the children Kentucky Fried Chicken. Not only that, moved up to making sure that they have a backpack. If they don't have the backpack, they have certain supplies that they can go back to school with. So we do the best we can. And there's so many people who have been a sponsor, and they do that year after year. I remember this young lady, she makes dresses. And what she has done last year and the year before, she made so many dresses for the children for Vacation Bible School. And even from the Pine Hill Senior, one lady, what she does is she takes the wash rag, the soap, and cover it with the wash rag, that the children can get a wash rag when they're going home.
Wow.
So
that makes a big difference.
Big difference, Marcia. Big difference. Yes. To make sure that they know that we care enough for them, that, it's not that we all can do it. Some of us may be able to afford the travel arrangement, but then what they can do is then they know that I'm going down. And there are people who have sponsored the barrels. Quick Ship, La Parkin, Caribbean International Shippers. They've given that offsets the cost as far as the shipping. Yes. So we appreciate that, and then we have to clear the barrels once we get there. So we have to pay for that. We have to pay. But then even over the years, what they've done is that some of the children do receive a little stipend or a scholarship from the donation that we have given them from here.
Wow, awesome. Are there any challenges that you have faced along the way in getting this project off the ground, Andrea?
Not really. I don't think the most challenges I've had is sometimes over the years you have to even remember about the behavior. And because the Lord has placed me there must be a reason. So I have to go home at night. Sometimes if the behavior is not the way, I have to still give them that love and kindness.
But what cultural traditions do you still practice from a personal point of view?
You know, I remember with my children, I wanted them to do that devotional time like how my grandfather used to do it.
Yes.
And they kind of, it took them, they weren't really into it. Taking them to put them around and for us to read the word and stuff. So you just have to kind of live that life and show them. But what I always do as far as with the tradition, the folk songs, I still sing those songs. Whenever I get a chance to sing it, definitely. Whenever I have a chance to act out Hole in the Bucket and those things, I'm ready for it.
Yes.
So you just have to call me and let me know you want to showcase the talents. As far as with the Lord has blessed me to sing certain songs and do certain things.
Yes.
And even as far as cooking a meal, I'll do that as well. But what I find is that I love as far as singing folk songs. Love singing folk songs. I enjoy doing that. And I didn't even let you know that for 17, 18 years I was in the nursing home. I volunteered in the nursing home.
Really?
Yeah, man.
So you touched many lives.
Shucks, sis. In 17 years. My mom, after when mom passed, I remember I was going to the nursing home once a week when mom died, 2005. And then after a while I started going once a month. Then I also had the children from church going over there, and we would do a message and sing songs. And then I had the seniors coming over to the nursing home. And then it kind of slowed down, stopped when then COVID came along. And COVID kind of put it a little bit damper. We have been back once or twice since then. But the nursing home was a big part. I love to go in there and sing and dance for them. And just even if it's Valentine's, to show that love of Christ. If it's Black History, to showcase that.
Yes.
Christmas, to give them gifts. And that's what we have done. When it comes to volunteering, I push people to volunteer. So I'm the one, I have to showcase myself and show that if I'm doing it, you can do it too. Yes. And that's what I've done over the years. When it comes to volunteering, I love to do that.
Awesome. That's amazing. Any last words for us, Andrea? Anything you want to share with us?
I just want to say thanks for giving me this opportunity again, and let those who are listening to the YouTube video, that they will step up and do their part. Step up and do their part, take an active role in their children's life, their grandchildren's life. Because I know I told my daughter that when she got married, I said, I was always busy with doing volunteering here and doing this and doing that. But I needed was also to take that time with them as well. I needed to spend more time with them as a family. Instead of that, I was out blessing others with my gifts and talent. My children didn't get all what they were supposed to get because I was busy doing that. But I find that spend time with your children and not think of your presence, the gifts that you would give them, but your presence. They need your presence. And sometimes I learned that later on in life. So I'm telling that to all of you.
Sure.
And thanks again.
Beautiful lesson. Beautiful lesson. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Andrea, for sharing your story with us, your experiences. And we just want to wish you all the very best in your endeavors.
And thank you so much, Marcy. I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming here and having this good chat around on the sofa.
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
So nice.
Absolutely. You're most welcome.